Welcome back to Farthest Frontier, Random Map Trailblazer. In this episode, we're going to first start out by adding some fruit trees to keep them on a different yearly cycle than the other ones we've already planted. We're going to plant another 8 for this year. And we're going to plant some peach trees as well. Now that we have a sufficient workforce, we're going to upgrade the glass production. We're going to upgrade the preservist building. We're going to check on how much bread we're producing and add workers there if necessary. And we're going to get rid of excess wood from the saw pit and furniture maker. And then we'll see how things go. We've got the charcoal kiln pumping out full charcoal, using up the wood and the firewood as well. 2 sawyers, 2 firewood splitters, all fully stocked with workers. Let's go ahead and trace where the bakery is. Okay, there's the bakery. We produce some bread, but not a lot. Let's go ahead and add 1 worker to it. Let's check the windmill production. We have grain in stock, so that's good. Let's try and up the bakery to 4 and see what happens. And we should be getting some barrels coming in from the cooper. I want to upgrade the storehouse when we can. All items are coming in nicely now. There's a barrel that just popped up. We got beer popping up now too. And 16 people have arrived. Awesome. Let's go ahead and accept them. We're just looking for our brick maker now. First I have to find it in the list. Okay, where is she going to? Chloe is our brick maker. I wish they had a better way to search for buildings in this. Okay, let's get the brickyard fully going. We have enough clay for now. We need these bricks for the upgrades. Let's look for the glass maker. Okay, that's right here. Let's pump out the glass. Let's fill it up completely to see what happens to the production line. That should really get the glass out. All items look pretty good. Let's go ahead and find a preservist now that we have a lot of glass that's going to be produced. Let's refill the hunter and add some farmers. Now, where's the preservist going? Come on, help me find the building. I can't remember where I placed it. And we should have no raids for a while, too. Okay, let's fully stock the preservist with workers. That'll get our vegetables preserved, so they never go bad, basically. Or maybe it does go bad. I'm not sure how long it actually lasts in the game, but I would imagine preserving stuff is going to last, I don't know, 4 to 6 years, maybe something like that. We can get an upgrade on our root cellar. Let's go ahead and do that. That'll increase our food storage. Let's go ahead. We got a little bit of a rat problem going on. Let's start to place down the rat catchers. And I'm considering moving that farm to the east there to allow more room for the industry buildings. That way they don't have to walk such a long trip to the storehouses and stockyards. Anytime you can save walking in the game makes it more efficient. And they will always transfer things to the storehouse or stockyard or root cellar first before distributing it to another building. Okay, that rat catcher's set up. Let's go ahead and get all the other houses in there. And let's do one more for the outside here. Okay, it looks like we got pretty good coverage. Allowing a rat manifestation to grow is one of the worst things in the game because you can get the plague. And if you get the plague, you're pretty much finished. Your game is over at that point. Let's go ahead and extend our wall out here. That should be a pretty good amount. Have to do some flattening. Let's see what the trader has. Nothing really for us to sell at a great price. Up, the one trader went away. Let's go ahead and get some herbs in. We use the herbs for the soap, medicines, and other different items. We got to make sure we never run out of that. Okay, a compost yard is full, so we have to create another one. Let's create another one on the outside to the east here. That should do. I gotta be careful of everything because I notice my workers are slowing down because we blasted them into so many other buildings for production, so we'll have to wait till we can rebalance a little bit more and see how that works out with everything that we set up. We'll have to balance it later on. Okay, this compost yard is almost complete. We'll have to take a look at rebalancing the workers yet if we're running too short on workers. Got beer coming in, soap. All the items look pretty good. A little bit of armor, some archery items. But we're going to need to build another crop because I don't see wheat in the list. So we'll build a crop up here that has more grain. And we'll do it on a year that the other farm doesn't have grain. So we'll have grain on two years out of 3. Let's go ahead and build a little gate for them to get through to this farm. Let's work on this wall some more. Let's see if we can close it off here. It's not the greatest spot for a market and housing, but it'll do. I want to keep it in line with the other stuff. And when you get mountains in the middle of your area, it's difficult to plan when you have a map with a lot of mountains and hilly terrain. It's easier on the maps with all flat terrain. That it gives you the most area to work in, but we got to work with what we have. And we'll just keep upgrading as we can. Let's go ahead and put the rat catcher around the most housing that we can. If we have 1 or 2 houses that don't have a rat catcher in an area, I think that's okay. I have not tested for that, but we'll see. But I don't think you can get the plague unless you have a pretty big rat infestation. Let's go ahead and increase the workers to 3. Now that we have a good amount of housing in this area, we're going to make sure the market stays stocked. And we're going to control it from here. We're going to add 1 person to make it 10 of 10. And we're going to look at adding more housing. And we're going to flatten as necessary for the extra housing. I wish it would show a grid while you're trying to build a trace outline. It would make it easier to see if something is in line or not. It gets a little bit tricky to determine where the line is when you have a hill in the way. Okay, we don't have enough gold to start to arm that barracks. I was hoping maybe we could get some archers. Let's go ahead and transfer some gold back to the town storage. We could use it for upgrades. And how's the sand doing here? Looks like we're getting there. Another few years or so and that should be empty. which is good because that mine should affect the desirability of the houses nearby. Although it doesn't state that specifically, that's what I found out from the developers when I was way back in 0.8.0, I think it was. Because the overlay for the mine doesn't show the desirability effect. I only found out after everybody wanted to leave the housing after the mine I placed by, and I didn't figure out what was going wrong at that point. Or maybe they changed it because I do see a house trying to upgrade nearby, so maybe it's not an effect anymore, or it depends on what it is. Depends on what the item is, sand or coal, or maybe they react differently, I don't know. Let's go ahead and add some more housing if we can from the flattening we've done. Nope, it's not ready yet. It still needs more flattening. Okay, one's not going to fit there because of the wall, but let's try and get 3 other houses in the 3 other spots. Let's go ahead and sell the coats. What could we pick up here or buy? I always try to buy or sell something or make an investment. We can get 2 horses. That's the first horses we have. And that means that field will be some kind of grain and root vegetable to make sure we have enough to feed the horses. So hopefully that field comes up soon. We have a little deer area here, so let's build another hunting shack. And a well. And let's build a dirt road to connect it. This has really turned out to be a good city overall. I guess I could have made it a little bit neater for the housing, but I like to cram everything and for the desirability effect so you get the most efficient design. Now the workers will supposedly go a little bit faster on the roads, but I haven't noticed a big change in it, so I just try and keep everything as compact as possible. Got a lot of soap that we can sell. And it looks like somewhere along the way I lost my second trader in the trading post, so I'll have to fix that in the next episode. Let's go ahead and pick up tools. Tools are always needed. Wish I could buy more, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and sell the candles, and let's pick up more tools. We got to keep everybody working. And certain buildings just need those tools to perform at their peak. If you don't have them, then they produce really slow. Let's go 10 to 2 swords and 1 heavy tool. So we really crank out those tools because we just don't have enough. Let's drop down the farmers a little bit. Okay, we're right on the hinge of the cuff on the laborers. We just have enough to keep everything running. Get another house down. Try and get another one down in here as well. But it needs flattening again. So we'll give it flattening. Get extra housing in, which brings us to 3. It'll bring us 315. It'll bring us into the 330s, somewhere there. And that's going to be it for now. We'll see you next time.